Hey everyone, how's it going? Well, today is June, let me see, 26th? Yeah, June 26th. And we are cutting some hay. Lori's here on the 8830. And I have to say, this hay is a lot worse than last year. Now, I think we got 200 bales from here last year. We ain't getting that this year. You see the swaths aren't very good. We're cutting it high though, but still. We're just gonna bale this up and let the cows in here for pasture, so this grass will grow back. But as you can see, look at those guys hopping around in there. I move around, you can see them hopping. There's quite a bit here. There's one right there. Or is that a mosquito? Is that a grasshopper when they're small? Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely a grasshopper. But anyway, they're quite bad here. They're not really that bad. Yesterday I was down in that corner and they were pretty bad there. Yeah, look at the bastards hopping around in there. A lot of small guys in here too. I think the best thing would be to do is spray. Yeah, look at they're just hopping here. Anyways, yeah. So this is, I think it's a 70-acre piece. I don't know. I'd have to measure it. But yeah, we're going to bale her up, let the cows in. We got quite a few cows here this year, so we got one less pasture this year. And Sean is over there cutting on that end, and we're just going to cut the, well, I think they're going to cut that whole thing where my truck is. And Lori cut the 8 rounds on this alfalfa field, and he said it's pretty good there. But yeah, that's what happens when it doesn't rain too much. Like last year was pretty dry, but it rained a ton in May, which set everything ahead, or set everything back, the crops back. But with it being so hot and dry in the fall, they kind of caught up, and it was a good harvest. Harvest wise, but yield wise could have been a little bit more. This year's looking a little bit better. We've gotten rains a little bit more frequently, but it's getting dry again. Like I was digging down in the wheat, there's still moisture, but if it doesn't rain again soon, that'll start to dry, and everything's heading out now. Like we seeded pretty early, so I seeded pretty early. Some guys seeded in April this year, so I would think I was like on the first week of May. Anyway, this side here is just all grass. I seeded brome and Timothy and alfalfa here, and the alfalfa didn't even grow. But this side I didn't spray when I worked it. We were plowing this side, and it actually the quack grass came back even more. So I'm not working up any kind of grass line without spraying again first. It's just not worth it. See, look at all this quack grass. But there's brome in here. Timothy, sorry, not brome. There is a little bit of brome. some brome there. Brome is awesome. This would grew in all brome. I guess there's a little bit of my alfalfa came up. I spent like $6,000 seeding everything here to alfalfa. And on this part and that part, barely nothing came up. I don't know why. I don't have good luck seeding hay so far. I seeded that field into hay. And it was alright, but it should have been thicker. And I haven't really seeded hay all that often. Lori seeded it and Dad's always seeded hay. And I seeded that and I was like, huh, maybe I didn't seed it heavy enough, or I think I went 5 pounds an acre. Or was it 10 pounds? I can't even remember what to seed alfalfa at now. But yeah, this grass is quite low compared to other years. Quite low. And the grasshoppers don't help. You can tell they're eating it a little bit. So I'll wait for Sean to get back. Thunderstorm behind Sean. Sean, how's it going? How's the hay look so far this year?
Best part of the whole field.
This is the best part of the whole field. Yeah, it actually is. It's always good here though, for some reason. I think it's because it's in the shade. Stays wetter more. Grass likes to grow better. Grass likes to grow where it's cool. Sean says back up there it's garbage. Can you see the grasshoppers flying away up there? Well, mainly because it didn't get very much rain in the spring. You can get and we didn't have that much snow. We barely had that, we didn't have a good snowfall this winter. So there wasn't very much snow melt, like no runoff. That was like the first year I've ever seen with no runoff. Like a couple days and that was it. Usually we're flooding every spring because there's so much runoff. There'll be a few less bales this year. Usually if there's a lot of grasshoppers, they'll be all on top of the header. You can see a couple there. Well, this is gonna be pasture here too, so if it rains more, this grass will go back up and let the cows in here. I have to make a new fence here though. The elk really damaged this old fence here, so I think I'm just gonna put a new one right against the trees. Which kind of sucks because they like to use these trees as shade. I always like to go in there. Yeah, so it ain't so great over here. See by the windrows. Oh well, what are you gonna do? Maybe there'll be a good second cut there. We might try for a second cut in a lot of fields this year. We had second cut last year, and it's weird because it grew tall, but it kind of just grew all into sticks, stems. Like it was good hay, but it was weird. Oh, we'll see what happens this year. Now it looks like on camera we're overlapping quite a bit. That's kind of like an optical illusion. It's not really. I think it's because this window's curved. We're overlapping a little bit, but not that much. Got auto steer on here. I've got that FJ Dynamics auto steer, but you can't put it on windrowers right now. Actually, last year I got it. Maybe they have a new one for windrowers this year. I think they do. But I'm going to put it on my tractor. See how it works.